Ever wonder what's watching you from between the trees when you're alone in the woods? That prickling sensation on the back of your neck isn't just your imagination. Let me tell you something that's been with us far longer than you might think. You have probably heard of him, tall, impossibly thin, dressed in a crisp black suit that never seems to wrinkle, arms that stretch beyond what physics should allow. A face. Well, can you even call it a face when there is nothing to see? But this isn't just some creepypasta born in the digital age, no. What if I told you that people have been seeing this thing for thousands of years? To understand how far this goes, let's take a journey way back. Picture this: 9000 BC, prehistoric Brazil, the dawn of civilization. Early humans huddled in caves, fighting to survive in a world that wanted them dead, and yet they took the time to paint on their walls. Most of these paintings show hunts, celebration, and the daily struggle of ancient life. But there is one that is different: an elongated figure, unnaturally tall, leading a child by the hand. Sounds familiar, right? And it doesn't stop there. Fast forward to ancient Egypt. Around 3100 BC, the mighty pharaohs ruled with divine right, yet they feared something they called the thief of gods, or the thief of Kuk. In Pharaoh Asner's tomb, hieroglyphs depict a strange figure with multiple upper limbs, a figure that appears nowhere else in Egyptian writing. What could terrify a god king so thoroughly that he would have it carved into his eternal resting place? And then there is Europe. Centuries later, in 1702, deep in Germany's Black Forest, a boy named Lars whispered something chilling to his father. "The angel is outside." The next day, Lars was gone. All that remained was a scrap of cloth, softer, thicker than normal cotton. The Germans had a name for the entity: the Guzman, the tall man. Parents would warn their children, "Behave, or the Guzman will come for you in the night." He dwells in the forest, watching for children who wander too far from home. And when he finds them, they never come back. But Germany wasn't alone in its fear. In Scotland, they called him Fear-Doob, the Dark Man. The Dutch spoke in hushed tones about Takenman Branchman. Romania had its own legend of a tall nobleman with arms long and boneless like snakes. Different names, same nightmare. What do you see? So what exactly is this thing? Accounts vary, but certain details remain eerily consistent. Impossibly tall and thin, a black suit, sometimes with a hat or a tie. And those arms, those impossible arms that stretch and reach and grab. Some say he has tentacles sprouting from his back. Others claim his fingers extend into tendrils that he uses like Dr. Octopus. And his face, most agree it's pale, expressionless, wrapped in something like gauze, or simply blank. Seriously, how does something with no face see you? And yet he always does. He doesn't run, he doesn't have to. He simply appears, sometimes at the edge of the photos, sometimes reflected in the windows, sometimes standing motionless among the trees. He floats rather than walks, drifts like smoke when he moves. Physics doesn't apply to him the same way it does to us. But what does he want? Children primarily. The stories across cultures all share this theme. He takes children who misbehave, who venture where they shouldn't go, who stay out after dark. Remember those photos that show him standing with groups of children. Shortly after those pictures were taken, the children's also were taken. They just disappeared. There is never any evidence. No bodies, no blood, no sign of struggle. They are just gone. Some believe he doesn't kill his victims at all, but he takes them somewhere else, another dimension, perhaps a place we can't comprehend. Others think he feeds on fear rather than flesh, that he enjoys the psychological torment of being glimpsed, of creating paranoia, of pushing his victims to the breaking point before he finally takes them, like that Romanian fairy tale where he manipulates a mother into killing her own family before finishing her off himself. Cold, calculated cruelty. He doesn't hide. He doesn't care if you see him or even photograph him. It's like he is beyond our ability to do anything about his existence. Think about it. Documentation of this entity spans millennia across continents before mass communication existed, from Brazilian cave paintings to Egyptian hieroglyphs to German woodcuts to English folklore. How is that possible unless there is something real behind the legend? And there is a nasty thought. What if he has evolved his tactics over time? What if the modern digital version of Slender Man is just his latest adaptation, using our connectivity against us? Because that is the thing about legends that endure for thousands of years. They don't survive by accident. They survive because there is something keeping them alive. So next time you are walking alone at dusk and feel that familiar prickling on the back of your neck, next time you glimpse something tall and dark between the trees that shouldn't be there, next time your child mentions seeing the tall man outside their window, remember this: the earliest people to draw his image on cave walls lived 11,000 years ago. And he is still here, still watching, still waiting, still reaching with those impossibly long arms. What if right now he is standing right behind you? And what if I told you that he will take you on your life if you don't like this video? No, I'm just kidding.